And welcome back to another edition of the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Before we get rolling, though, let's give a couple shout outs to a few sponsors. We got 420 Bliss located at 740 Hoosick Road in Troy. Make sure you guys stop in there, check them out. Everything you're looking for: flour, pre-rolls, edibles, tinctures, vapes, you name it, they got it. Also, while you're in there, make sure if you grab some edibles, you grab some jaunty products. They got the blueberry lemonade, the mango sunrise, and the cartridges. A bunch of new options there, coming out with constant flavors daily. So make sure you go and check them out. Also, you can use the app at 420 at Just a Little Higher is the app available in the App Store, and then online is 420-bliss.com. You can set up your delivery and your pre-order right on the site. Also, go check out Marty over at Trouble Off the Tee. He's got a great sale at 50% off site wide going on right now. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. While you're over there, take a look at his audiobook available on Spotify and Audible. Author's Marty Midian, narrated by Jake Adams from Country Club Adjacent. So make sure you guys stop in there and check that out. But we're going to get rolling today with the final round of the Pitch Putt and Puff at Frear Park. We had a 4-man scramble. Today we got Scrounge joining me. What up, Scrounge?
Man, Anthony's going to make me sick if he doesn't stop with this camera shit.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm in my.
I'm like getting dizzy trying
right,
to.
We're good. I think we're her. I'm just gonna go with that. Where am I?
What's up, America?
Listen,
and then we got Anthony from the Upstate Golf Guys joining us.
Love you
Always
guys.
making
Love
an appearance.
You. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm having a hard time here because it's getting cold outside, and my porch, aka second studio, is not working. So I'm in my daughter's bedroom. They're watching a movie out there in the living room. And I'm trying to make it work, boys. We're about 2 weeks away from my new apartment, and I'm going to have my own little studio in the new apartment. So I'm excited for that. But right now we're making this work. I don't know if you can see the
bunk beds.
I don't know if you can see it. Good. Yeah, we're here, buddy. We're here.
That's dope. Yeah, good round today, man. We got lucky again with the weather. We got to take advantage of that first off. That made the day. It was a little chilly to start, but by the second or third hole, I was pulling layers off pretty quick.
It was gorgeous, man. We were so very fortunate.
So the wind started. I was watching the forecast, and we were supposed to get some high winds today, and I think they held off for us until like the last 3 or 4 holes, maybe, if you guys recall.
It got breezy, but it wasn't bad. It was never that bad.
It wasn't.
Nope. It was beautiful. We were getting a little bit of the I don't know if you guys were getting a little of the smell at the end of the round too with the fires going on. I was getting a little of that.
Yeah, so me and Parisi all day were like, "Yo, why is it so hazy out right now? What the fuck?"
We saw that. I noticed.
And I don't watch the news, especially now with the election and all the politics and shit. I don't even watch it. And I'm like, all this I seen tonight. I was at my parents' house and they had the news on. They were talking about the fires. I'm like, what the fuck fires are they talking about? It's like, oh, down south, there's all type of down southern New York, there's all types of fires going on.
Yeah, some idiot wasn't following the no burn ban, obviously, and it's been very dry here in New York State. And
speaking of no burn ban, you're in your daughter's bedroom. Like, what are you doing?
I am. It's a vaporizer. Okay, it disappears.
I mean, come on, have some boundaries.
I got you. I got you. It is a vaporizer. We know how
I'm at least downstairs, bro.
I got you. Stop yelling at me, guys.
I'm all secluded downstairs in a little cave. That's why I'm probably having.
What a round today, though. What a round.
With the shot of the day. We'll get right to it.
This was the end of the season, Roger? Are you trying to tell me this was the end of the PPP official season?
No. At Frear Park, because the park closes on Wednesday.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Brad, are you working tomorrow? I might have a spot tomorrow if you want to play at like 12 o'clock.
Oh, love
let me know. I'm free.
Yeah, I got to wait for JR to get back to me. I think he's at a hockey game. So once I hear back from him, if he's going to play or not, I might have a spot for you.
All right, I'm in. Let me know.
Us three in Fairway.
Let's go.
Always a great time with Fairway Mike. But yeah, Ant, let's get right to it. It pretty much solidified your guys' spot in the playoff match, which we'll get into. 7th hole. What happened?
7th hole. Well, I had a video made, but it's not letting me go back to it's not letting me go to my brand here, whatever you call it, or the overlay. Let me see if I could do it here. No, I can't do it there either. But yeah,
I definitely can't do it right now. I don't know what's going on with my.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. We'll get the ball rolling. I don't know, Brad. Do you wanna chime in a little bit for
Just to
the
set it
seventh
up, I
hole?
mean, it's a scramble, so we're trying to swing away out of the seventh hole. You got to get around that corner. I had a terrible tee shot. I think Charlie sprayed his to the right.
I put mine right in the woods, dead in the
Anthony
woods.
immediately hit his in the woods. No, actually, Charlie had an okay one, but it was going to be a layup shot. And Hank, like, just hit one of his. It was like a low liner that just ran and ran and ran and ran, and it made it to the corner. So we had to look up. Not that we took advantage of it, because we all hit it about 160 yards up that hill
Yup.
and had about a 50, 55,
If
60
I
yard
recall, we
chip
used
in.
if I recall, we used Charlie's second shot, which he wasn't very happy with, but it ended up being really nice because got a lot of run out of it, and it ended up going just gave us that 80-yard shot, but uphill on that difficult seventh green that we all know how hard it is, man.
Yep.
But it gave us that angle, the perfect angle, and we all actually had pretty good shots at it, right, Brad?
I was in
Our
the
third
center of the
shot,
green.
Hank. So if I recall, oh no, I'm sorry, Charlie chunked his, and then Brad, did you go second?
I think so, yeah, and I had a good
Center.
one.
Center of the green, and then I went third, and we all know what happened. But it's a blind shot, so none of us know. And then Hank went, and was a beauty. Hank is like, listen, Hank is
Hank didn't
fucking
like his spot in the rankings, and he's been playing a
no.
little bit more serious
I
ever
get it.
since.
Listen, Hank is lights out, and I played with him the last few rounds, and I'll tell you what, under pressure as well, right, Brad?
Yeah,
Hank
he hit
just
some
turns
clutch
it up.
shots. He
He
was our
hits some
anchor
clutch
going
shots.
last, and he hit some clutch shots.
So back to the seventh hole. So I was driving with Charlie, and we all saw the shots. We all saw what happened.
We're looking for 3 balls on the
Charlie,
green, basically.
right? Charlie went up and picked his ball up that he had chunked, and we drove up and we came around, and I only saw 2 balls. I saw Brad's in the middle of the green, and I saw Hank or
It was
whoever's
just
was in the
off.
back to the right. Now I said, "Where's the third ball?" I'm yelling. I'm like, "Where is it?" I'm telling Charlie. I'm like,
Oh my god, I could
Charlie.
picture this
I
knucklehead
was
going
like,
nuts.
We're
"Where's the
driving
third
along the
ball?"
back of the hole, up
Yeah,
over the ramp, over the back, and we're all looking down like, one of those must have ran off pretty far.
somewhere, but where's the ball, dude? We all saw how good the 3 shots were, right? So I think Brad was the first one that had the honors and checked in the hole, right, Brad?
Just walking along, you never actually expect to see a ball in the hole when you're doing that. It's the first
Right.
time I've ever actually looked in the hole just to check,
And
and
Wow.
there
his
it
hands
was.
went in the air, and actually he screamed out. He
I thought it
screamed
was
out at
Hank's.
first. He was like, "My man Hank!"
I was
Of
like, yeah,
course,
Hank.
don't
Well,
give
I
me the
filmed
love.
Anthony's shot, so I didn't see where it went. Anthony was saying it was a good shot, but I'm on the camera looking at his
Right.
little shot tracer thing, so like I don't really know where it went. And I'm like
Right.
not listening to Anthony at all, of course, because I just mute him in
I
my
never
mind.
do. You mute me out. But
You have to.
Then Hanks, I saw with my own eyes and on the ball tracer, his just go a little deep. So as soon as Brad yelled, "My man Hank," Hank goes, No, my ball's right here. And hold it up with the mark. And I'm like, no, that's my ball with the title as the mark. I just took that out of my bag. Because
Eagle.
I've been playing, scrambles, just get rid of all my shitty balls type deal. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The last couple of weeks, Raj. So
Yep.
I had a bag full of balls, and I've been like the balls I lose, I just haven't been going to look for them the last couple rounds.
100%.
I'm like,
You
screw
look,
it.
you take a peek, you can't see it, you don't
So
you keep
whatever.
it
I was
moving.
like, I'm not going to waste the time. So I had just taken that ball out of my bag because I had lost the previous one that I had just put in the woods. And I was like, that's me, baby. Let's go. And I lost my mind, dude. I
We
lost my
heard you.
mind.
We were on the 8th green, and we heard you. I said, "Oh man!" I said, "They either just nailed a nice birdie, or someone chipped in an eagle up there."
Yeah, buddy. I lost my mind, man.
Dude,
And it was all on the best part. It was all on video, man. I was doing a play a hole with me, and I
that's
caught
dope.
it. I love it.
We had a tough time on that hole. So none of us hit a good tee shot. I hit one straight, but I hit it short. Wind was also like the wind was pumping on that hole at the time, and we had to go Mikey punched one safe, and he cut it like perfectly around these trees. So we're about 130 yards out, regardless. So now we know we have a clean shot. You guys all know me. I don't lay up. I'm like, give me my hybrid. I'm going for it. Man, I must have just came up short and just hit that hill. But all three of us went through the woods and were within 30, 40 yards out. So we ended up, Parisi sunk a nice downhill birdie putt on that hole, but we got into some trouble. And then the 8th hole, it carried over, no good second shot. And we had a downhill putt for a par, and we blew it. We were chipping on the green.
Struggling out of the tee box, you guys, huh? In a scramble like that?
The whole squad, yep. Because really, though, dude, if like we didn't have that solid guy, if Parisi didn't get us in the fairway, like with some.
How was Kirk hitting? Because his first drive on the first tee box, like he destroyed it.
He was a nuke. He was hit or miss when he did get a hold of one, like he does. When he gets a hold of one, it goes. He was getting a little sporadic with it at times.
Yeah, that's
I had a few good ones, but not. My second shots were on point today.
Kirk, man, I'll tell you what, man. Next year, look out for that kid.
I think he's going to really lock in this winter and do what he has to do to make the next big jump.
I would agree. He's young, and he's got a lot of years ahead of him that we don't have right now.
He's going to have that sophomore year slump.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
I think he's going to hit. That's what I was saying last time, Brad. I said he's going to hit a wall. He's going to hit a wall at some point, and he's going to get real frustrated with it. We've all been there. And
I got you.
I think at some point, when he breaks through that wall, like Bub just did, he's going to be a problem.
I'm just hoping for that sophomore slump, because if he's going to come on the scene like this, he could be a problem for us making money over the next 10 years.
He's starting to creep into piggy banks now. He's been winning the past couple of weeks.
No diggity. Yeah. Shout out Kirk.
He's been winning the past couple of weeks.
But yo, let me take this time, Raj. We were talking earlier on the phone. How about Frear Park Golf Course? And what's today's date even? November 8th, 9th, 10th. They just got done aerating, but the greens were rolling true.
It's beautiful.
I was worried about, remember I said at the very beginning of the round, I said, what are we going to just do? Automatic 2 putts or whatever? And like, we didn't run into a problem at all, did we, Brad?
We had one putt. I think it was the 12th hole, that dog leg left, where Hank had a putt and it was headed in, and the last 2 bumps hit 2 little dimples, and it just pushed off to the lip. And I swear it was 2 little hops in a row off of dimples that pushed that. Other than that, man, those greens were in great shape. The course was in great shape all year long. Like, yeah, really nice job at Frear Park. With
that's the thing too. Even like you said, all year long, like even in the summertime when we get that drought where there's no rain, these guys still have that place looking green.
What a year!
Running perfect. Like the court, like everything about it, man. These guys, Greg and company, take awesome care of the course.
For sure. And Greg always wants to make sure when I give a shout out, it's the whole team, not just Greg, because
all of them. Maddie, I know Maddie really well because Anthony plays with Matt, one of the guys who mows and does a bunch of maintenance.
I think Mikey is good friends with one of the guys as well.
Yeah, I might have to get Matt out for a pitch putt round next year.
Let's go.
He'd have a good time. But I think next year what we're gonna do, man, because like if Charlie's gonna play, like he's in, man. Like he plays
had a blast.
Every time I need somebody, Charlie's like, yeah, I'll play. So if he's gonna be an every Sunday guy, man, I'll just lock him in for when you guys are on tour. He's the other guy that jumps in.
I love it.
Yeah, he's having fun.
Yes, he had a blast today. I actually spoke with him a little bit after the round. I said I had a good time with you liberals today. I really truthfully did. Thanks by the way, Raj. You stuck me with a bunch of liberals. I'm the only Trump guy.
I did pretty good picking the teams.
Yes, you did.
Charlie hit some putts for us, man. Like he wasn't dead weight at all.
Charlie was really on point, and again, I think fucking Hank should be way higher on that list. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I think I put him 4th or 5th when I made my list.
I don't have
the dude right now. The dude is light out. I could find it real quick for you if you want me to, but
no.
It's that I listen, and I
thought about that after we put the list out too. Like I think Hank probably should have been ahead of you a little bit, and just because of rounds played.
Yeah.
That would have been a big factor. Like I literally thought about it, but I also went off of what people gave me and what the numbers for what I had were. So
I could bring it up real quick, but in a minute. I'll
But
interrupt
yeah,
you
dude.
with
So when I
my
picked the
list.
teams, my goal was I took the top 4 guys, and I took 1, 4, and then I put 2 and 3 together, and then I went to the bottom and I took who was it? I took Mikey was 1, and then Kirk to meet with me and Parisi, and then I took all of the middle of the pack guys. But I gave you guys Ant-Man at first because he's a long ball hitter to give you guys some distance. So Brad, it was originally supposed to be no, you weren't on that. Yeah, it was you two, Anthony, and Hank was the original 4. So then Ant-Man bailed out. I grabbed Charlie, and I was like, that's still a little bit consistent. You might lose a little bit of distance, but same skill level of golfer.
Yeah. No, we had a good vibe
consistency
going.
all day. Can I give my list real quick, Raj?
Yeah,
That I sent you
what was your
last week?
ranking? What was your ranking?
So I had Parisi at number 1. Then I had JR number 2. Then I had Bub 3. I don't know why I had Fairway 4. I think I just, in my eyes, I had him playing up, knowing the Frear Park so well. The dude's at the course 2 hours ahead of time every round, and
yeah, I got a story
put in
for
the
that.
work in. So I just put that in my mind. I put Fairway just ahead of Hank. So I have Hank at number 5, then RGB at 6, myself at 7, Brad just behind me. Then I put Steve at 9, Kev at 10, Kirk at 11, Mikey 12, and then Ant-Man 13. My apologies to Ant-Man again. I never really played with him that much at the time, so I didn't really know a lot about him. But I want to flip-flop. I have to flip-flop now. I love you, Fairway, but no doubt Hank is the better golfer. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's
So
I'll tell you those. So we play all the time, the 3 of us, me, Fairway, and Hank.
Yep.
And amongst the 3 of us, it's a pretty consistent battle. Throughout the year, I'd say me and Hank, Hank brought this up. This was his argument. During our league, I think we split 1-1, or it might have been 2-1 his way, and then it was the same thing with Bob 2-1. So I'm not sure where Hank actually Hank probably does deserve definitely to be up in that 4, maybe 5 spot. We got to.
I just keep thinking
pressure too. The dude was lights out under pressure today.
He was the game winner. He
3
hit
or 4 times. He did that though. I'm not just saying, right, Brad? A couple.
Yeah, I
times
mean, we had him putt last every time,
and we did not put a bogey on the scorecard all day. Thanks to Hank.
I said to somebody, I said, these guys gave Hank 3 looks at this putt. You think he's going to miss it at Frear Park on the first hole? I knew it was over. He might as well just hit it and said Kobe and walked it off.
And he
dude, that putt
did.
looked short from where I was standing. It looked like it was going to leak short, and it caught that lip. I couldn't believe it, man. I was happy for Hank to make that putt, but I was happy for me too because I made some money.
That whole thing was live, right, Raj? Can we see that live?
It's on the reel. It's on the Instagram.
Let's go. I got to go back and watch that later.
It's on the IG. Yep, I'll put the logo up on the bottom here.
I love that. But good job, dude, Raj. Good job this year, man. Good job running the whole PPP.
Love you, RGB.
Honestly, no, it ain't easy doing what you do. That's why I don't volunteer to do any of that type of shit, bro. I don't want to put any tee times together.
Hang on a second. You going to bed, Ma? My mom's going to bed.
Shelly, can I give a shout out? Wait, where's
goodnight.
Shelly? Where is she? Can she come in for a minute?
How do I turn the camera?
Turn the camera.
Yo, she had to make Anthony a breakfast.
Oh, we lost you, Raj. Or we lost you, Brad.
I don't know how to turn the camera around.
Shelly, where's she at?
All good.
Call her over.
She says it's okay, and have a good night, everybody.
Tell her thank you. I just want to know thank you so much for
and she says you're welcome
sandwiches
for your breakfast sandwiches.
all year long. All year long.
Anthony's thanking you.
I mean,
good night, G-Ma.
That's funny. That's funny. Got
to
this kid's got raised by a village. Literally talking about being raised by a village. This kid.
I love it. I love it, man. But
that's how we are in Troy, man. That's Troy world.
The greatest.
Yeah, but that's a wrap for us at Frear, man. So we're gonna be
so sad.
We're not done yet, though. That's the thing.
We're playing tomorrow, though. We're really not done.
But yeah, we'll be out there tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get a little.
I'm probably thinking either we usually do Eagle Crest, is our spot to go. But Brad's thinking Mohawk River.
All year, baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna have to play Mohawk all winter. So if we can get some Eagle Crest rounds in, I'm all for that because we're gonna play about 9 rounds at Mohawk this winter.
Yeah,
shout out global
I'll look into
warming.
it to see who's still open. I know Winding Brook is still open. That's not a bad little course. That's up in Skodak. So that's a
I just
possibility.
played there. I just played there with Carmine a couple weeks ago. We were the only people there.
Was it aerated?
No, this was maybe a month ago now.
I'll reach out to them tomorrow. Or yeah, probably tomorrow. They'll be open. See what's up. But yeah, man, it was a good, like, that's the thing too. Like when I make those teams, I don't have to worry about no bullshit. Everybody's gonna go out and have a good time. Anybody can hop in a cart with anybody and just
Love the
and
scrambles. That was a
if
great
we
time.
if we didn't have the two bogeys, we bogeyed 8, 16. And if we didn't have those bogeys, we're 7 under right with you. And that's a 3-group playoff on that first hole.
I think I was watching you guys on 16, if I recall.
Yeah, we struggled.
What happened over there on 16?
Bad tee shots. I got over the bunker barely, and then it was a tough shot into the wind. We had the tree line in our way, and I literally got down to I hit my little stinger like I do, and it got down to the final tree on its way up and clipped the branch and shot right down. And I was like, damn. Then Parisi hit one to the left. Mikey was right, and Kirk also put one in the trees. We ended up going with mine and 2-putting. So
yeah, Brad,
we
that
trouble.
was the whole. You're right. The wind was, oh my God, brutal that hole, right?
That's at that 20-minute window where it was gusting.
Yes, and Brad thought he hit a bomb, and
Yeah.
Charlie and I drove way up, and Brad was like, "Yo, we're way back here."
They were 40 yards up, like driving around in the rough. I'm like, back here, dum-dums.
Yeah, and then Brad and I, well, I think I shot first, shot a dart. We saw the sand fly up, and then Brad followed me with a somebody.
It was 100. Yeah, it was 165 yard 7-iron, and I think we were probably 6 feet.
Yeah, we both shot darts, but
nice.
Did we hit
Anthony
that birdie?
was probably 12 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled one by 17 for almost a hole in one.
And Hank just missed the eagle putt on 15. That's another one I have recorded. I mean, he just missed it. It was a tap-in birdie. I had Brad go up there and just tap it in. But
no, we played awesome, man.
We seriously did.
Yeah, so
we had one hard par, and Charlie hit the putt for us.
It sounds like your guys' team did the same thing as us, to where everybody chipped in. Like Mikey hit a shot on 15, put us about 8 feet away for an eagle. He made like 3 of our birdie putts.
He told me
he was on fire.
He was on fire.
He played
with
fucking good.
That's great with the Lombardi, right?
Yep. Kirk was getting in there with some good chip shots, and then like the occasional like, yo, Kirk, let it fucking rip. Like 18, he hit a bomb. So he when he gets a hold of the fucking thing, man, that thing goes.
Kirk, yeah, it does. Yeah. And Brad, you hit some bombs today, dude. When you get a hold of it, and it gets up.
I had on the 5th hole, the gully hole was my drive of the day. It was on the fringe.
Yeah, it was.
It rolled right into the fairway and caught that hill.
We still parred that one though. We still 3-putted. Like that's what I mean. All right, Raj, I'm not.
But it was an easy par again.
Our score could have been even better the way we were playing.
Yeah,
I'm not just saying that. Yeah, it really could have been
a lot of lip outs.
Better.
Me and Parisi both lipped out like a 12-footer on 13 for a bird.
Yep.
Same exact thing, man. Like both rolled the left edge. We were mixing up our rotation with the putting a little bit, but everything else was kind of staying the same. It was, and that's the thing. Like I was just going like, all right, me and Parisi would look at the line for the most part, and like, yo, Kirk, aim here and see what it does. Like, we don't expect you to make this. Just aim here because we want to see if it's going to break to the right or the left. The 4th hole, we got in a little trouble, but Parisi saved us there. But yeah, it was there was a couple bailouts by Mikey for sure. Mikey had a couple bailouts for us. What you need guys to do that in scrambles. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. You need the bailout.
Hit the putts. Somebody's got to make putts.
Hit the putts.
For sure, buddy.
Yeah.
What else is going on, boys?
Not much, man. Not much, man.
We'll get around in tomorrow.
Brad, I got one more week of some stress-free, nobody yelling at me at the store. My dad's enjoying. He's got one more week in Italy.
Is there going to be any customers left in that store for your dad to come home to?
I already told RGB. I think he's going to be happy with the checkbook, and that's all that matters.
Okay. All right. Good.
We'll see. Hopefully, it's not empty.
No, it's doing just good. It's doing solid.
Well, anytime we go on one of our weekend trips, Anthony goes in and just starts going on a shopping spree, and I just hear his dad going, "Any money going in the register, Anthony? Any money for that?"
I mean,
Anthony's like, "Dad, it's once a year. It's once a year." Just throwing candy in a
I
bag.
earned it, man. I earned it. I've dealt with my dad for
I
years.
earned it.
Robs his store blind.
He's dealt
I
with
do.
you for 40 plus. Jesus, give him
And
a break.
Brad Ashley, he's like, you better be putting money in the register for all that shit. I'm like, come on, man. Come on.
I've heard his dad say it enough times now in that store. That store is a sitcom, man.
Don't
If you ever want to do an episode, do it from his store while he's working and watch his dad just yell at him.
We should do that.
It's hilarious.
Don't talk the shit, because next time Shelly needs those Mallow cups, all right, at cost, at what I get it for, and not fucking getting robbed.
You are my Mallow cup plug.
I got you, my man.
My plug.
I got you, buddy.
So next week, if wherever we go, what do you guys want to do? You want to play at regular, depending on the situation of the course? If it's not aerated,
I think guys want to go out and shoot a score again and see where we're at.
Get back to a regular round of golf. Let's do that.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, boys. Well, I appreciate you guys jumping on. And then Ant, let them know where they can find the Upstate Golf guys, man.
Of course, man. I appreciate that for the plug. It's upstategolfguys.com, and we're going to be doing a full revamp on our store this winter. Brad's showing off the logo. It's going to be that logo. The old logo is going to get scrapped. That's the old logo. Still love Uncle Sam, but yes, there's going to be a brand new store on the website, and that's where you could find the boys and all of our podcasts.
That means I'm getting new free shit.
Yeah, man, and featuring RGB. RGB is one of the best voices on the Upstate Golf Guys podcast. I definitely wish Brad would Scrounge would join the Upstate Golf Guys podcast, since we make fun of him every intro, and we see Brad and we say he's been on like 2 episodes. But I love you, Brad, since you've been
he's your biggest supporting
since day one. Of course, I love it.
I only like the logo, so if you're changing the logo, I might be out.
No, man, no, it's that logo. It's the logo on your hat. Is the one and forever is going to stay that one. Yeah, no, I'm not changing the logo. It's the old logo that's on the store is going to get scrapped. So yeah, of course.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
It could be a collector's item down the road. You know.
Let's go. I love it. Love it. Love you all. But yeah, man.
So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll get out there tomorrow. One more round out there, most likely. I haven't heard back from Jay. I was just looking at my phone. I haven't heard back from him yet.
Everybody's sleeping right now. Mikey's sleeping. I think he hit the sack early. It's been a long day.
I went over to my brother's to my mother's for my brother's birthday right after golf. I haven't stopped. I was at the circus this weekend. Buddy, I got a video I'll show you guys. Chick got shot out of a cannon. I was disappointed though, because you go to the circus, you know, you're thinking the elephants and giraffes and all this shit. There wasn't an animal in sight.
No more.
Because of PETA and shit. I don't know that.
Listen,
it was
Rod.
Cool.
Did you feel like you should have been in the circus at some point? The way you you know what I mean? Kind of just work your life. You know what I mean? I mean, do you sometimes feel like
chaos of my life?
That's what I'm saying. Do you feel like you should be in a circus?
No, but I feel like that shit was, I don't know. That shit was kind of, it was the kid had fun, but it was pretty whack. Like, anytime someone was swinging, they were strapped up to something. Like, put a little wrist to it.
Like, Anthony, your life is the circus, man.
Big time. I'm all over the place.
You got the 2 daurs, wife, that store, your dad.
I'm all over the place. I get yelled at all the time, but I get
can't remember shit. He books 4. We go to a podcast. I'll pull up. Me and Mikey will be sitting here. He's like, "Yo, guys, I did it again." Like, what?
Double booked.
I booked like 3 guests tonight. I'm like, yo, bro, you have a calendar right on your phone.
I got the new. No, that's why I got my new device. I literally got my calendar set up. I have it loaded on there, so that's going to be
just another thing for his old man to yell at him at to be.
No, but that's going to keep Rod. That's going to be my life a little more organized. I promise.
You don't have a calendar on your phone?
I do, but my phone is so bogged down with other shit, dude. It's all Upstate Golf Guys now, and I needed another device. And
I literally set, when I have guests coming up, I set an appointment, like a alarm on the calendar to text these people to confirm the appointment the day of. Like, you know, it's pretty simple. You do it when you talk to them, and when you book it, you put it right in there, and all of a sudden, boom, you forget about it until the day pops up.
I got you. So you got to give me a little lesson next Friday on how the whole phone thing works.
It's
You got
pretty
an
simple,
Apple?
man.
You got an Apple? Is that what you got?
Yeah, I got the iPhone. Everything done with the
All right.
iPhone.
All
Except
right, man.
tonight, first time using the computer in a long time.
Give me a little lesson next week.
Fucking knucklehead. Yeah, you just had your recent episode with Marty McDangle. That was pretty cool. He's going to be jumping on here at some point. We
Hell
keep trying to
yeah.
link up, but the
Raj, let
timing
me
just
ask you
doesn't
something.
work.
Do you enjoy being on the Upstate Golf Guys podcast, kind of not having to control it like the way you control pitch
It's
putt puff? You get to
nice
enjoy it, right?
because I can sit back. I don't have to do any audio. I don't
Yep.
have to do any setting up any guest. I don't have to do anything. I literally half the time text you on my way and say, who are we talking to tonight?
Yep.
And just show up. And it's just a more relaxed, like I can just be my like more comedic self and
Yes. And before we
bust
let
your
you
balls.
before we end the episode, why don't you tell your listeners about Marty McDangle and our episode that we just had with the hockey? And you like literally told me at the very beginning of the
Dude,
episode,
so
my
he goes,
only hockey knowledge is the Muddy Ducks, guys.
that's it.
So
I
what
told you-
happened?
So I'm like, yo, who's coming on? You're like some hockey company. They're cool with Marty McDangle. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, I don't really know nothing about hockey. It's like my hockey knowledge is watching Mighty Ducks 1, 2, 3 and playing NHL '94 on Sega. Like that's legit my hockey knowledge. So when we were coming on there, and I said it to Marty, I was like, I was literally going to be sitting there like my hands in my pockets, not having anything to talk about. Then his kid came on, and I asked him about the knuckle puck.
That
Like,
was great.
That's my
Epic.
hockey knowledge. Hockey knowledge right there. That's all I
That
got
was so
for
fun though. It was great though, man. It was a good
But yeah, that's the
episode.
same thing with
A
golf.
lot of
Though.
laughs.
5 or 6, 7 years ago, if you asked me about golf, that's my knowledge would have been like watching golf on TV. That's it.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much,
Hilarious,
man.
dude.
Yeah,
Some
so
funny
I'm
shit,
gonna
though.
figure out what I'm gonna be doing with golf coming to an end soon with episodes. So I have to figure out if I'm gonna do like Monday, Friday drops or Monday, Wednesday drops, and kind of schedule things out because I'm gonna be in the city a bunch with the Christmas trees and all that shit. So we'll
Yep.
see what happens. I'll figure it out and I'll post on Instagram what the plan is with going
man.
forward.
Take a
But-
little break, man. If you take a little mental break and hustle the trees, make a little cash, and know what
Nah,
I'm
we ain't
saying?
taking no break, bro. I ain't got time to take a break, brother.
I got you, man. Get some good. You could
The
get
chef
some
don't sleep, man.
get some good episodes out there in the city, though. That would be fun to listen to and watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll get some with some migrant gang members and shit. Yeah,
No,
I want
no,
a live stream of you slinging the Christmas trees
that's
on the
what
corner.
I'm saying. And if
I can do that.
if Mikey helps you this year, dude, that would be some fun.
Yeah, I'm
footage.
hoping I'm gonna hear from my buddy this week. He's getting a final head count of what he's got. I'm hoping Mikey comes down because that would be not only put some extra cash in his pocket, but it would be a great time.
Yeah, you guys would.
It's a different world. Like Mikey, like I think it will be like culture shock to Mikey when he first gets down there. Like just the whole environment of it. And it's
No, he
always
loves
fun.
it. He loves the city. He always has. I mean, he's a Mets guy. We used to go to the city 10, 15, 20 years ago, and he always loved it. So
It's cool too
I think
because
you
you
would-
go to places where you normally don't go. Like you end up in like from the Tribeca to you'll be in like Little Italy on Mulberry Street dropping off a tree, and then all of a sudden you're passing the Ghostbuster Firehouse, the Empire State Building, then you're all the fancy shit where you see on TV and stuff, and then you're in the gut of New York City dropping off trees, going into penthouses. Like I remember going in this one chick's house last year, and one of the guys I was with was like, "Yeah, how much is it to live here a month?" He goes, "About 25,000 a month." And this girl was a TikToker, and she had this penthouse like on the 42nd floor, overlooking the Hudson River and the Statue of Liberty and all this shit. I'm like, because she dances on fucking TikTok. Like, what, dude? It's crazy, but it's cool shit to see. And H has a great business with it. NYC Trees. I'll get him on soon to promote because I got a couple listeners down there from Rolling Green and 5 Borough Farms golf clubs where I got the. Do I have it? No, I don't have it over here. The Dutch Master. Those you guys see me with the hat, the Dutch Master hat. Looks like the Master's hat.
Yeah, you got a million hats last night or Friday night when you showed up in studio. You're like, "What hat you want me to put on for this episode?" You had
Bro,
like
you have
13
no
hats with
idea.
you.
I have a legit like 25 hats. Like
I
hat
know you do.
in rotation. I got some Legends hats. I got. Let's see. Here's a High Society hat right here.
Yes, sir.
I got them all, boys.
Gotta give
Got
them
'em
all love too. Gotta give them a shout out, man.
You got a
Gotta
custom
in
rag.
rotation.
We got you. Yeah, did you ever get new towels from Omar?
Yeah, we're all good. I got to just get him
Okay.
on the podcast now.
There you
He's
go.
a guest that I have to reach out to. So
Because I'm gonna get some new ones. Brad, I owe Brad a towel. I gotta get Brad a custom
I need
towel.
a good towel.
I
I
never
need a
gave Brad.
PPP towel.
I gave an extra one away and didn't give one to Brad. And I feel like an asshole for it. So I got to make sure.
I need a PPP golf
Oh, I
hat
gotta
too.
s-
Where's the
I
website,
also-
Roger?
For the
I have
hats, so I had this made by a coworker, and his girl made it, and she said she hated making it, and it was extremely difficult to do. I like it, but the logo's a little bit too big. I want them a little bit smaller. But I want to do hoodies. So if anybody's interested in pre-ordering a hoodie, let me know. Probably going to be around, depending on the order, looking at like $35-$40 a hoodie. So,
Whatever, man. I'd rather rock your shit than anything else. So
no doubt, no doubt. Well, I appreciate you guys jumping on. I gotta close this out here.
Yes,
we'll be back
sir.
on Wednesday. Gonna have tasty teas on Wednesday, and then Friday we'll be back with a preview to let you guys know the plan for the weekend. Appreciate
Let's
everybody
go.
tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks,
Later.
Raj.
love you guys.